Hi, I'm Jen, and today I'm gonna show you how to make aged cheddar, chorizo poblano empanadas that are the perfect thing to make after work that'll come together in no time with just 5 ingredients and made gourmet with Sargento Reserve Series cheese. So the first thing I'm gonna do is roast my poblano peppers to get that smoky, toasty flavor out of them. I'm not gonna use any pans. I'm just gonna throw them straight on that open flame. And the goal here is to get the skin nice and blackened, get it charred. Just every so often, give them a turn. Say hello, how you doing? Looking good, a little encouragement, okay? Get it going. If you don't have a gas stove, you could also do this under a broiler. Just spread them out on a baking tray, pop them under, turn them over every once in a while. You just want to get that skin nice and blackened. When they look nice and charred like that, all you gotta do is get a paper bag, put them inside, and then immediately seal it up. Now what this is gonna do is allow some steam to build up and actually help the peel release from the pepper. Now I'm going to brown up my chorizo. It's already ground up. Just break it up as it cooks. Get all those little tidbits nice and golden brown. When I'm using the least amount of ingredients as possible, I want to make sure that each of those ingredients packs in a bunch of flavor. So chorizo is really great for that. It smells so good. All right, while that browns up, I'm gonna work on the peppers. All you have to do is remove the peel. It just slides right off. You see that beautiful green pepper. Now, poblanos are not really spicy at all. They're a little sweet, a little mild. And now, just to seed them, you just poke a little hole in with your finger, make a slit there, then rip out the stem and the seeds. It's okay if you have a little bit of the charred skin on there. It adds to that smoky flavor. And the chorizo looks good. I'm gonna turn the heat off of that and go ahead and dice them up into little pieces. Just gonna run the knife through, make sure they're little itty bitty, because we're gonna stuff these in the puff pastry in just a bit. That looks good. I'm just gonna add it straight into the pan with the chorizo. Then just mix it all up. Oh yeah. Now I'm just gonna let this cool down and then get my puff pastry. I've got my puff pastry out. I'm just gonna flour my surface a bit so that nothing sticks. I love puff pastry, huge time saver so that you don't have to make the dough from scratch. If it's frozen, you just put it in the fridge to thaw out for the day, and then when you come home, it's ready for you to use. I'm just gonna roll it out, make it a little bigger, about 12 by 12 inch here. It doesn't have to be perfect, it could be square-ish. So I'm just gonna divide this evenly into 9 pieces. Cut this way into thirds. Now usually I'm used to half-moon shaped empanadas, but I want to use the most out of this puff pastry, so I'm cutting them into squares and then folding them into triangles. The chorizo and poblano is cooled down, and now I'm ready for the cheese, the great harmonizer. This is the Sargento Reserve Series 18-month aged cheddar shreds. It is so rich and sharp, perfect for this filling. And I also love the shreds. They're nice and substantial, great for filling, for snacking, just saying. So I'm gonna put a little on the bottom. I'm gonna kind of layer the cheese. A little on the bottom, I'm gonna put some filling, and a little on top of that, just so that it can bring everything together. So imagine like the poblano and the chorizo started a band, but their music wasn't really popping off, and then the cheese came in, it was like the lead singer. Then they got the bop. That's this right here. Here comes the chorizo and the poblano, just a little bit there, just right on top of that cheese. So we got that smoky spiciness going on here, paired with that sharp, rich cheddar, going in with a little more cheese on top, and this melts over everything. That chorizo and poblano will be swimming in that creaminess. Oh, it'll be so good. That chef's kiss, double chef's kiss. That looks good. Ooh yeah, now I'm going to seal them up with a little bit of egg wash, just a little bit of egg and water. You just run this along the edges, super easy. To close them up, you just fold it over, corner meets corner, tug them in, squeeze everything in, and then take a fork, and then you just seal them tight. Make these little pleats all along the edges so that nothing comes out. And then poke a little hole in the top and close up the rest. See how easy that puff pastry makes it? This makes a great weeknight meal. Treat yourself to something gourmet, okay? Just because it's gourmet doesn't mean it can't be convenient. It's gonna feel super cozy and warming and comforting, perfect after a long day of work. I'm just gonna pop them onto a parchment-lined baking sheet and then brush them with a little egg wash so they get nice and golden brown in the oven. Then they're gonna puff up a little bit. It's gonna smell amazing. Beautiful. Now this goes into the oven at 400 degrees. Pull them out when they get nice and golden brown. Oh yeah, these smell so good. I just let them cool down just a little bit so I can handle them. I'm gonna transfer them over to my platter. I'm salivating, I cannot wait. Oh man, that's a gorgeous dinner right there. And there we have it, chorizo and roasted poblano cheesy empanadas. Oh yeah, I cannot wait to tear this open. Check this out. Oh, look at that ooey gooey cheese. Ooh. I love that rich sharpness from the aged cheddar together with that spicy smoky chorizo and poblano all wrapped up in that flaky puff pastry. It is so cozy, comforting, and warming. I really hope you give this a try. Make it for yourself, your family, and your friends, and this plate is gonna be gone in no time.